Yeah, hi everyone. Good morning.
Hi, Anna. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So in yesterday class, we have discussed about users and the importance of user creation. So how we have to assign role to the user. Okay. In today class, also we are going to discuss about roles and groups. Okay. So I'm just sharing my screen. So first of all, I'm going to the roles. Okay. First of all, I'm going to the roles. Under user administration, we have roles. Okay. So here I'm going to create a new role. I'm going to create a new role called my second role. Okay. My second role. So I'm just making elevated privilege true for this role. Okay. I'm just making elevated privilege true for this second role, my second role. Okay. I'm saving it. So I'm assigning this my second role to the user and user. Okay. You can come to the users. You can type users here. I'm going to the ng user and I'm assigning this my second role. Okay. Yes, my second. Save. Okay. Now you can see for this ng user, so we have assigned two roles. One is my first role, second one is my second role. Okay. So now I'm just logging to this ng user. Copy. So here I'm saying ng dot the testing at the rate of 100. I'm just logging. So whenever the Sanji user logged into the system, okay, so only my first role will be applied. Only my first role will be applied in this case. Okay, only my first role will be applied. So generally what we discussed yesterday, so whenever user is logging into the system, whatever the roles we have assigned to that particular user, all roles will be applied once upon his login, right? Like that. So my first role will apply. Elevated privilege roles never apply upon the login. Okay, elevated privilege roles will never apply once upon the login. Okay, so we have to apply this elevated privilege role manually. So now you can come. So I will show you how to apply that elevated role. You can click on this user profile. Here, if you see, here we have elevated role. You can click on elevated role. Here you can see my second role. This is the elevated role. Okay. We have assigned to the Sun user. I'm just clicking on my second role and I'm just updating it. Now this my second role is applied to the ng user along with other roles. Got it, everyone? Okay. Elevated privilege roles will not apply once upon the user login. Okay. So we have to apply elevated roles manually. Like this, like this, we have security underscore admin role. You can come to this user. So for example, I'm going to ACL here. You can type ACL. It's a security related. Okay, we will get this concept in later classes. Okay, I'm closing other tabs. You can see I have open ACL. We have created many tables, right? Maybe, yeah, maybe I'm trying to open some ACL related to incident. Maybe you can open this record. So here, your voice is low, please bit louder. Yeah, that's fine. So here you can see, is this record editable? Not. This record is not editable, for example. ACL, if we want to update, edit, or modify ACLs, okay? So we need elevated privilege role, security underscore admin elevated privilege role. You can come here, elevated role. You can select the security underscore admin. You can update. Okay, yes. Now, security underscore role is applied to this user. Okay, you can see. If you hover on that user profile, it is showing security administrator. Okay. Now we have assigned security administrator role manually by using elevated roles. Now you can come and refresh here. So because of that role, this record should be editable. Okay, got it. Now you have got an idea, right? So after applying elevated privilege role, we can access related to that role features. Yes or no? Okay. So next, this is elevated role. And next again, I'm going to the roles. Again, I'm going to the roles. Okay. Under my first role, okay, I'm going to create a one child role. Under my first role, I'm going to create a one child role. You can say contains roles. Okay. Maybe I'm going to create new role here. New first child role. I'm saying like this. Child role. My first child role. So you can see under my first role, so I have created one child role, my first child role. Whenever we assign this my first role to anybody in the organization, okay, all child roles will also be applied. Here you can see whenever I added my first child role, it is saying adding role, my first child role to user. Okay, yes. Now we can go to the users table. We can verify the ng user whether this role is really added or not. Okay. Under user administration, users. So I'm just going to ng user. You can scroll down. Okay. You can see my first child role. If we observe for this my child role here, it should be inherited role. Okay, it should be inherited role. So if any role is added to the user from the group or from the child roles, okay, inherited should be true. Inherited should be true. So if you want to remove this my first child role, you cannot remove that. Okay. So it's not possible to remove this kind of roles. Okay. Like associated role. So my first child role is associated with my first role. If we remove my first role, automatically my first child role will remove. Okay. So for example, you can say I'm trying to edit these roles. So I'm just clicking on edit. You can see it is appearing only two roles. My second role, my first role. For example, I'm trying to remove my first role to this user. Okay. I'm saving it. You can see two roles will be removed from this user. You can see there is no child role. Got it? So inherited role, if we are removing, if we are trying to remove inherited roles, it will not remove. So we have to remove associated role. Okay, relate like the role associated with the child roles, right? So we have to remove that. Then all child roles under that role will be removed automatically. Okay. So why we have to add parent and child roles? So basically, in the real time, in the real time, so if we take any specific group, okay. So if we take any specific kind of people, okay, if we want to allow access to multiple functionalities. Maybe for each functionality, we have one role. For each functionality, we have one separate role. Okay. So we are combining all roles into one role and we are assigning that role to the user and that user is accessing all the features. Okay. Based upon the parent role and child roles assigned to him. Okay. Any queries here? But
Can you come again with the explanation? 'Cause I don't understand this last explanation.
okay, okay, got it. So why we have to add role as a child role? Okay, role as a child role to parent role. So in the organizations, maybe we have different functions. For example, we want to access different functionalities. For example, incident management, we want to access. Problem management, we want to access. Change management, we want to access. Okay. For each application, we have different modules, sorry, different roles. Okay. So what we are doing, we are combining incident manager role, problem manager role, change manager role. Okay, we are combining these three roles under under ITAL role, under ITAL role. Okay, then so if we assign ITL role to somebody in the organization, that ITL person can access all the features related to incident, problem, change, because we added this incident manager, change manager, problem manager roles to under ITAL role. So here ITL role is a parent role and incident problem change roles are the child roles, for example. Okay, got it, Victoria?
Yes, very well explained. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So, but like for example, I have taken here ITL role and this instant problem change roles. Okay, but for ITL role directly we have access to instant problem change, like related to all ITSM features we can able to access by using ITL role. For example, for our understanding purpose, I just explained. So if we want to add access to similar kind of things, okay. So maybe for each functionality, it's having the different role. For one functionality, it is having one role. For another functionality, it is having another role. So we will combine all the roles as a child roles under parent role, and we will assign that parent role to the user. Then we will get the all access related to parent role, child roles. Oh, this is how we will add, remove roles. Okay, and we can note down few roles definitions. Maybe there may be a chance to ask in the interview sessions. Okay. First we can note down the elevated privilege. First we can discuss about the elevated privilege. Okay. Elevated privilege. Elevated privilege. Okay, elevated privilege. Okay, come on, we can note down. So you can see elevated privilege role require you to manually accept the responsibility of using the role before you can access the features of the role. Okay. So like once upon the user login, we will not get this access. Okay. We have to apply elevated privilege role manually. Then only you can access the features related to that particular role. Okay. For all other roles, will automatically apply once upon the login. Okay. Elevated privilege role require you to manually accept the responsibility of using the role before you can access the features of the role. Okay. By default, you do not have elevated privilege roles upon login. You must manually elevate to the privilege of the role. Okay. An elevated privilege role lasts only for the duration of your user session timeout or logout removes the role. Okay. So this is the definition of elevated role. You can see like after providing elevated privilege role to the user. So if we logged out and log in again, okay, we lost that elevated privilege role. Okay, even if our session timeout, if user session is done, session timeout, okay, like sometimes. So if you are not refresh the page more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes, sometimes it will automatically log out or the session should be ends, right? At that time also we lost this elevated privilege role. Okay, just copying this. Yeah, so basically there may be a chance to ask in the interviews. Okay. Yeah, Mamata, are you able to understand the things?
Yes, sir. I'm checking on it. Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Angie,
Yes.
Angie. So you said they may ask in an interview. Would they ask how do we create an elevated rules? Is that what you're saying?
No, you can repeat your question once again.
I said in an interview, would they ask how do you create an elevated rules?
No. So actually they will ask what is elevated privilege. Okay.
Okay.
Like creation of elevated role, creation of normal roles, both are same, right? It's just a matter of making checkbox true, elevated privilege true. Then it should be elevated privilege role. Okay, there is no that much difference while creating elevated privilege role. Okay, got it, Aziz?
Yes.
Oh, next. Next we can note down about security underscore admin role. Next, we can note down about security underscore admin role. SCCULT underscore admin role. Yeah, in interviews, they will ask about these roles, okay? Security underscore admin role. Can see the security underscore admin role is an elevated privilege role provided with high security settings that lets users create and change access controls and change high security settings. Okay, this is the definition of security underscore admin role. Okay, so basically in our ServiceNow instance, we have only security underscore admin role as a elevated privilege role. In organization, if it is required, we will create a elevated privilege, other elevated privilege roles. Okay. I don't think I haven't created elevated privilege role anytime in my organization. Okay. Yes. It may be required if we have organizational requirements, so we will create elevated privilege. It depends upon the organization. Okay, if we get that kind of requirement, we'll create, otherwise not. But in my real-time experience, I haven't created any elevated privilege role. Okay. And you can see the security underscore admin role is an elevated privilege role provided with high security settings that lets users create and change access controls and change high security settings. Change high security settings. Okay. So if you want to modify, update, create access controls, okay, like by using access controls, we are going to manage the access to the users. Okay, we are going to manage the access to the users. So for example, if I'm the user login, so what applications I want to display, what access, so whether I have to provide his as a read access, or is it okay if I am providing write access to the end user for this particular form. Okay, we'll discuss all these things with the ACL concept. Okay, maybe in next week, we will get this ACL concept, and there we will discuss about few examples. Okay, this is
Okay,
security.
Angie.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
the security underscore admin role, is it like a role within the developer team, or is it for some other users? Like usually, like is the role is this role given to maybe like a senior developer
That's
in a
what, yeah, my
personnel,
next point
or
is this only. Yeah, my next point is this only. So generally, security underscore admin role is required for us whenever we are doing the security related things within the instance. Maybe changing the access. Okay, maybe modifying the security related settings. Okay. So generally, in the real-time organizations, security underscore admin role will not be provided to the entire team. Okay, security underscore admin role will not provide to the entire team. So I will also note down these points in the notepad. Okay. So within the team, so maybe one or two persons having the security underscore admin role. So for example, if we have a 10 members team, okay, from the 10 members, only one person having the security underscore admin role. And that person is a more experienced person in the team, and maybe he's a good resource, technically he is very good within the team. That kind of persons only having the security underscore admin roles. Okay, and I earlier I have worked for one of the organization. Okay, so in that organization I worked for almost 15 members team. Okay, so even we all 15 members don't have the security underscore admin role. So if we get any task assigned and that involves security underscore admin role, okay, at that time, so we will submit a request for security admin role, okay, for 1 day or for 2 days. Okay, they will provide the security underscore admin role temporarily, and we will work on that task which is assigned to us, and again that role will be disabled for us. Okay, like this also I have seen. Got it? Only one person having the security underscore admin role. For other team members, don't. Okay. And maybe if any of team member required security underscore admin role to work on the ACL concepts. Okay. Maybe we will provide security underscore admin role temporarily, and we will remove security underscore admin role once his work is completed. Got it?
yes. But what about the elevated privilege? Is this privileges used just by developer team, or is it can be given to other a team in the organization?
Yeah, basically, as of now, security underscore admin role is only elevated privilege role in the system. Okay. So we'll provide security underscore admin role to the developers only. Okay. Not for others.
So much. Thank
Got
you
it?
so much. Because yes,
Yeah,
it's
even
better.
as per the organizational requirements. So if you want to provide as of now, we have created I think my second role, right? That is elevated privilege role we have created. maybe if we get any requirement like so for ITL users, if they log in, so if they select this my second role, if we want to provide this application access, okay, yeah, we may provide, but in real time and by default we have only one role, that is security underscore admin role, and that we can provide to the developers only. Okay, and for example, if I want to provide security underscore admin role to Victoria, okay, for example. So if I want to provide security underscore admin role to somebody in the organization, first of all, I need a security underscore admin role. If I don't have security underscore admin role, I'm not able to assign security underscore admin role to the other persons in the team. Got it? Everybody got it? We must require security underscore admin role. We want to provide that role to somebody in the team. Generally, this security underscore admin role will be there with the team leads or with project managers, or maybe highly experienced and technically, we can say technically excellent. He is excellent. We can say like that, right? So that person's only having the security underscore admin role in the organization. Okay. Yes, we can note down a few points from this discussion. And security underscore admin role, we can also call as high security role. High security role. Okay. Maybe in interviews, they will also ask you like this. What is high security role? That is security underscore admin role. Okay. So if you want to assign security underscore admin role somebody in our team, first you need security underscore admin role, then only you are able to assign, then only you are able to assign security okay, got it everybody? So if you want to provide security underscore admin role to somebody in your team, so first you require that role, then only you are able to provide security underscore admin role to one of our team members. Okay. And I'm not
Auntie, I
getting,
have a doubt here.
tell me.
Earlier, you mentioned right while you are working, you don't have a security admin role. If you have a work, you requested for this role. Like,
Mhm.
do we need to raise a ticket for this one, or else we can directly like connect with the team members, or else what?
Hmm.
Like, do we need raise any ticket?
Yeah, it depends upon the organization size. So, like I said, right, this example, I can say like they, so basically, I worked for the Servicenow company for a particular period of time as a contractor. Okay. Almost
Okay.
within that Servicenow organization, so we have 100 plus instances are there. And I have large number of sites, almost at that time, 65 to 70 people are there within the team. Okay. But
Okay.
all 65 members don't have the security underscore admin role. We are a developers, and at that time, I will be there in the integration project. Generally, we don't require the security underscore admin roles. And if any of my team members or me require security underscore admin role, so we'll submit a request, and administrators, like there I work as a developer. So in the larger organization, admin team is different, developers team is different. Okay. And if we submit a request, they will provide the security underscore admin role, like whatever the duration we ask for. Okay.
Okay,
And
we will submit a service request only, right?
yes, exactly.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, okay.
that
That's
is an
what I meant.
it depends upon the organization. Okay. And for example, like if we are working in one organization, maybe within that organization we are working for as a service node developer, and we have multiple teams with that organization. Okay. It may not possible to ask security underscore admin role directly. We may create a service request. Okay. Then they will provide the security underscore admin role. For example, I'm working in one project. Maybe we have a 5 to 6 members team. So like our team lead having the security underscore admin role. And one task is assigned to me. If I want to work on that task, I need security underscore admin role. Yeah, directly I will go to my team lead and I will ask for the role. He will provide. Okay. Completely depends upon the organization. Okay. Got it, Usha?
Yeah, got it. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Next. And here I want to tell you one more thing. Security underscore admin, ITIL, approver underscore user. We have few roles are the licensed roles. Okay. Few roles are the licensed roles. Okay. So generally, for example, I'm taking one example here. For example, Aziz having the ITL role. Okay, Aziz having the ITL role. Maybe Aziz and Victoria both are the friends. Okay, but Victoria don't have the ITL role. Okay, then what Victoria will do? Simply, Victoria will raise a one incident. Okay, or one service request saying that please assign me the roles same as Aziz. Okay, like we will get this kind of tickets as well in the organization. If somebody asking for some role, license or roles, okay, so we have to take care, we have to inform to our manager. Okay, if he agrees to assign this license or role to that particular user, then only we have to assign the license or roles, otherwise not. Okay, like blindly we will not assign any role to somebody in the organization. Like generally everybody will come to us and you can assign role same as this person, you can assign this ITL role. I'm not able to access this particular functionality. Yes, they will come to us like that. So based upon their role, based upon their functionalities, their designation, like whatever the roles they actually require, then only we have to provide the role, otherwise not. Okay, we'll never provide any role to anybody in the organization simply. Okay, if really they require, then only we will provide. Okay, got it? So it should be mandatory for the license roles. Okay, we will never assign license roles to multiple persons in the organization. If it is required, then only we have to provide that role. How do we know whether it is a license role or not? If we get that kind of ticket, maybe on daily basis we have scrum calls, maybe we have stand-up calls. Maybe in that calls we have to confirm with our scrum master. Maybe we have to confirm with our architect or business analyst. Okay, they will suggest us and they will tell us. So if we get in, even in the future, if we get this kind of tickets, whether we have to provide a role or not, we have any limitations particularly for these particular roles like this. Got it? Got it, Victoria?
Yes,
Tammy,
thank you so much. Thank you.
Ali, Mamata.
This is
Yeah.
this is well explained. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Next. Next role, I'm going for approver underscore user role. Okay, approver underscore user role. Approver underscore user role. Okay. So generally, this approver underscore user role having the managers kind of persons. Okay. This approver underscore user role having the manager kind of persons. Okay. So if somebody submit a request, maybe in that service request process, we have multiple approvals involved. Okay. Maybe for example, Usha submitted one service request. That service request approval come to me. Okay. If I want to approve that request, first of all, I need this approver underscore user role. First of all, I need this approver underscore user role. If any user in the organization having the approver underscore user role, able to approve or reject the service request, change request, whatever it may be. Okay, whatever it may be. If any approvals are coming, so if you want to approve or reject that, so we need this role, approver underscore user role. Okay. Then only we are going to approve or reject the request. The role in service. Maybe I'm just copying this. This role is required for users to approve a request in Servicenow. Without this role, the user will not able to see any approval request. Okay, I'm just copying this. Approver underscore user. Next. Next I'm going with impersonator role. Okay, next I'm going with impersonator role. So you can see, if you want to impersonate to somebody in the organization, a team, so this meeting will end in 1 minute. So please join again with the same meeting ID. And what I found, so after second login, okay, somebody are not joining. I don't know why. Okay. So I'm taking attendance in both the sessions. Okay. Please don't leave. So we have class until 7:20 every day. Oh, impersonator role. So if we are having the impersonator role, then we can able to log into the other user accounts indirectly